dead missiles to make it official. I'm capturing every crackers alive and put them all in chains where they need to be. They could be for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, they put in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Give a dog for the beast. 144, get the bullet show, we can all be a beast. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom be busting it down. The only way justice is found. The time for your judgment is now. See just how it feels. Pay back years ago. Pay back years Look, ain't no remorse in my blood cell. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the world. Watch your body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next block I'm back, gonna be just 5. I can get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Remember your hardest words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you finna know I fuck the cartel. Triangle choker, plot purpose to the gang. I got that bondale. Payback the bitch in the dress. She a bombshell that get served cold. I just hope they make it hostile. Block fresh out the box. I swear got that no hot smell. Made myself a target in the world of mass shooters. There was designed fast where I faded the past shooters. And damn, my king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They want my jealous, I'm for brand new pair of colors. You see just how it feels. Pay back years ago. Pay back years Shalom Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Barak Thumb. This is Priest and Officer Darak of the Isupk under Commanding General Yohana. Started out at 125th Street in Harlem, New York. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. We are the home of the truth. We go through this Bible from the front to the back, from the back to the front. We leave nothing out. We answer all questions. And we were founded in 1969. All other Israelite groups learn and are breakoffs from the Isupk. With that, today's topic is the Bible is not a fairy tale. This is not a fairy tale. The Bible is facts. It's Black, Hispanic, and Native American culture. Through our oppression over the ages, we have taken on the culture of our oppressor. We've learned their ways, we adopted them and accepted them all as our own. None of the things, none of the holidays, none of those are our culture. We have holidays. We have a set of laws. We have statutes, and we have commandments. Our situation that we are in is because we have come away from our culture, from the laws, statutes, and commandments. So I'm going to start this off with Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 20. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 20. Israel, hear these words. This is wisdom right here. This is knowledge. This is the ultimate wisdom. but the Lord hath taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace, even out of Egypt, to be unto him a people of inheritance, as ye are this day. He took us out of Egypt, other bondages, so that we will be a special people unto him, so that we get his inheritance. That's something that everybody should be glad about, especially everything that we've been going on and that we continue to go through, despite all we've done to try and appease our oppressor. We've tried marching for over 60 years peacefully. We've tried, the Black Panther Party tried violence. There's only one way. There's only one way. And Commanding General Yohana has guided ISUPK to guide you on that way. And he gets his guidance from Christ, and Christ gets his guidance from God. And that's the order of things. That's why you see with all these other Israelite groups, things are happening. A lot of bad things are going on in these other Israelite groups. Choose your leader wisely. And a lot of people say, well, there's no record of Israel in Egypt. Well, how could there be a record of us being called Israel? There's a record of us not as Israel. We were the Hyksos. And we came in there because of the famine, and we were the sheep herders. And that's what the Egyptians referred to us as, sheep herders. And we're all over the wall. We're everywhere. We didn't become Israel till Jacob, because we're Jacob's descendants. That's when we became Israel. So don't fall for the shebango in the words and all this little naysayers, because you will know deep within your bones that the Israelites are Black. You will know. It's just simple logic. Pyramids, Egypt. Pyramids, South America. Pyramids, North America. There's a connection right there that combines all of us together. The scripture says, my inheritance is like a speckled bird. So that means we're all kind of different shades. Don't go for that color divisiveness. We go by the seed of our fathers. That's how we know who Israel is. We're all, and we all went into slavery in ships. Columbus shipped the Mexicans over to Spain in ships in Europe. When the British got here, they shipped the North American, so-called Native Americans, the tribe of Gad, over to England in ships. So there's plenty of documentation of this. And that's also, the Bible is also another documentation that this would happen. It foretold that. This is not a fairy tale. This is facts. This is the truth. Now, see, this is the problem. It's the pastors, picking and choosing what to scriptures to break down for you, and it's feel-good stories. they're too busy worried about saving that tax quota they got and getting a multitude within their church, and a lot of our people see a lot of people getting away with a lot of things, and they be like, oh man, he came up, he did this, he did that, and you think that, oh, because he got away with it, maybe I can. There's no punishment because of grace. Let's see what this book of wisdom has to say about that. So I'm going to go to Isupk chapter 8, verse 11. Let's just see what the book of wisdom has to say. That's Isupk chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Oh, that's just what I was saying. Good night. Therefore, the hearts of the Son of Man is fully set in them to do evil. See, because you see Jay-Z, P. Diddy, all these other celebrities, brothers on the block, selling drugs, be like, oh, wow, he been doing this thing. You think because justice hasn't been reached out and touched them people yet, that you said it in your heart, well, if he could do it, I could do it. But you need to pay attention. Those brothers out there on the block are getting locked up in cages. Their family home is just completely chaotic. There's no peace. Look at P. Diddy. He went and joined with the oppressor, who's the devil that the Bible speaks of, and now the devil wants his due. Look at Drake. All this media hip lie about Drake and this and that getting exposed. There's a lot. It's just been a lot of people getting exposed. So their justice is coming. You don't know what their health life is like as far as their medical issues. But P. Diddy, all that money. Who wants to lay on a slab of concrete? You could keep that money. That ain't good money. I bet he wish he could give back all that money not to sleep on that slab of concrete, especially after that age. Shalom Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah, brother. I see you out there. Eddie, I got you. So yes, I'm gonna read that one more time. That's Isupk chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed expediently. Hey, just because it didn't come quick. Therefore, the hearts of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Next thing you know, people is joining with them. See, book's the truth. It's telling you, don't play into that. It's consequences for your action. You will get punished. You know, you see what's going on. You've seen the consequences of some of these brothers' actions. They got stuff that they did 20 years ago catching up with them. And now they're locked up in a cage. All right, I'm going to drop that and I'm going to go to Isaiah chapter 30, verse 10. See, my people love fairy tales. My people love fairy tales. They don't want to hear the truth. You know, they rather hear a kumbaya story. Let's all sit around the fire. Oh, we're going to go up in the sky and heaven is in the sky, when the scriptures clearly say that heaven is on earth. You know, this is not a fairy tale. Don't let nobody start reading this and researching it and asking questions. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 10. See, and this is I'm gonna describe what's wrong, what's going on. You know, this is not Disneyland. We're not in Disneyland. We're deep behind enemy lines trying to survive and live a good and fruitful life while doing it. And this is the guide on how to do that. That's Isaiah chapter 30, verse 10. Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceits. That's what's going on in the Christian church. They up there preaching smooth things, deceitful things. They're not preaching the truth. They got Christmas parties, celebrations going on up in there. Caesar Bose, a lot of the black churches, just not within the last, let's say 7 years, just took Caesar Bose off their walls. Me and Micronesian was having a conversation, and we was talking about Mashiach, and the brother said, oh, Jesus, he white. We looked at him like, what? No, brother. You know, you need to read this book for yourself. Jesus is he's not white, you know, and that's not being racist. That's just a fact. That's the truth, you know. Now, man is the liar, God's the truth. It ain't the other way around. So the truth is in this book. You want to know it, you can read it for yourself. This was left here for us for this time to guide us through this chaos. Look what's going on. They talking about defunding the black colleges. They talking about deporting all Hispanics, the Haitians, Dominicans, anything that's an Israelite. They talking about deporting. And Africans, but the main target is us. So, and I see brothers going for it, you know, and from my experience, whenever there's that target on Hispanics, we're next. They're trying to get you to join with them to go up against your brother. That's why the scripture says, love thy brother. This is the greatest commandment. This is exactly why. So, you know, this, you ain't going to get no fairy tale here in the ISUPK. You know, we don't do fairy tales. We only do the truth. So I'm going to drop that, and I'm going to go to Psalms 137, chapter 3. See, they always, all they want from us, they don't want to hear our voice. They don't want us speaking out. They don't want us, the right wing, the left wing, it don't matter. They do not want to hear the truth. All they want you to do is entertain them. They want you to be their court gesture. That's what you are to them. That's all they want. When you start going above them, above that court gesture, being their clown, their entertainment, that's when they go to start yanking brothers' money. You see, they just did it with Kanye West. You know, they tripping out about this Kendrick Lamar thing, and it's just a performance. And a lot of this is generated just for the media ratings. Commercials, they making money hand over fist over that halftime show, with all the rhetoric and the spinoff shows off of it and spinoff, you know, it's just a soap opera. That's Isaiah. Oh, Salaki. I'm going to Psalms 137, 3 through 4. Yeah, I'm going to show you that that's all they want. I'm going to prove to you that this book is not no fairy tale. 137, Psalms chapter 137, verse 3. For there, they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that wait, Salakia. I'm going to start that again. For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of those songs of Zion. Good night. So don't that describe us to this day? The people that carried us away captive, requiring us a song. Don't they love to hear us sing rap music? They love to be entertained by us. They love it and they hate it. They love to be entertained, but they don't like it because we're making money, and they don't like it when we speak up for ourselves. So that Kendrick Lamar thing, he just did what they wanted him to do. If he truly wanted to be inspirational, he would have said, we're the Israelites. Come back to the statutes, laws, and commandments. He didn't say that. Is there gang peace in LA? Is there gang peace in southern or northern California? Is there gang peace in the city you in? There's not gang peace in the city that I'm in. It was a good show, good form of entertainment. Generated a lot of ratings, bunch of talk on it, hoopla, on the news, did no good for us. Made the oppressor money. That's what it did. That record label, the Kendrick Lamar, the Drake beef, who made the money? The record label. I'm going to read that one more time because it's just so on point. It's heavy. For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song, And they that wasted us required us mirth, saying, sing us one of those songs of Zion. Good night. You always see them having like a church, a choir singing. Always. There it is in the scriptures. This is your culture. This is for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans only. It don't even ring the same when the other nations start trying to touch into the scriptures. It starts sounding like you sitting around the fire and it's a big kumbaya. We're all forgiven. Fairy tale. The Bible ain't. All right, I'm going to drop that and I'm going to go to Genesis chapter 22, verse 18. See, and this is the whole thing. Some of them know what's up. Some of them know what's up, and they know we supposed to be in charge, and they know that the only way that they could truly be fruitful is to take care of us, is to bless us. There's those that know that because they read the scriptures. That's Genesis chapter 22, verse 18. Genesis chapter 22, verse 18. And in thy seed, now seed. Now us men, we have a sack full of seeds. You know, front of your scrotum, you know, that's your sack is full of seeds. And in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. Most High in Christ. So, in other words, only through us do these nations get blessed. You know, you look around right now and all these nations got all these issues, poverty, pollution, economy collapsing, so forth and so on. Because the only way they think they being profitable, they're making money, but they're just destroying themselves. And they know it. And they can't figure it out. They're trying all kind of stuff. They're seeding the clouds to make it rain, and now they got to make machines to pull the mist out of the air so that, you know, people can have clean water. Have to come up with all kind of different contraptions, special fertilizer and stuff they got to put in the soil so that the food will grow. It's because they only get blessed through us. So you could just look at China and the pollution over there. Good night. It's horrible. Their air quality. They only get blessed to us. So you need to know this and come back to your power. Because for me, it's one thing for me to be okay and I'm all right and I'm being profitable. But I'm into self-empowerment. I love to empower people. I would love to see somebody experience what I experienced and came back and be like, man, you know what? I just started keeping them laws, and man, this door opened up and that door opened up, and man, I'm overwhelmed. And that's just the way it works. That's how the Most High in Christ get down. You know, here in the UPK, we say, prove yourself. Prove yourself. Just don't be an Israelite. Be an Israelite indeed. You know, we need all hands on black. You know, how you become a part of the ISUPK is to start attending classes. You know, then you'll end up getting your name, become a trooper, stay diligent, then you become an officer. Help us rebuild the kingdom. One man is another brick in the wall. We building our kingdom back up. But all right, so I'm gonna drop that. And let me see what I want here. I'm going to go to second Esdras in the Apocrypha, the books that they took out so we couldn't figure out who they was. So we start thinking, this is another reason why my people think this book is a fairy tale. It's because they took this Apocrypha out. You know, with these two books together, it retraces the history timeline. So I'm going to go to second Esdras chapter 6, verse 9. Second Esdras, chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. When do they ever tell you that in church? Oh, it's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. It's the end of their world. Their world is going to end, and that's when ours begin. You know, so this is something that isn't being taught in the Christian church. This will help you learn patience. This helped me understand the patience of the saints. Just sit back, chill. You know, let them do their best, try and fix. Go ahead, you know, they preparing themselves to come at war with God. Do your best. You know, because once their end comes, ours begin. So with that, I'm going to drop that and I'm going to go to Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 12. You know, they like to talk bad at us. Oh, they wearing all that jewelry. They buying all these big old cars and oh yeah, they spend their money just on. But you know, I mean, for someone who never had nothing, you get the opportunity. You know, why not? Enjoy yourself. Get the things you want. That's why you work. Gold don't make us look good. Jewelry don't make us look good. We make gold look good. We make jewelry look good. It don't make us look good. It's the other way around. It don't rock the same on other nations when you see a Black, Hispanic, or a Native American rocking their jewels. You seen those natives and they got their turquoise, they all turquoised out. It's tight. You see the blacks and the Hispanics rocking their gold. It goes different, with their vibe. That's Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 12. Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 12. And I put a jewel on thy forehead and earrings in thy ears and a beautiful crown upon thine head. This is the Most High talking about draping us down. You know what they say now, dripping us out. He said, yeah, go ahead and be drip. Go ahead, rock your stuff, man. Don't let them shame you into not thinking, oh man, this thing. Forget them. Forget what they think. This is what the Most High has to say about it. I'm going to read it for you one more time. And I put a jewel on thy forehead and earrings in thy ears and a beautiful crown upon thine head. Most High in Christ. So, that's just who we are. That's why we like to wear our jewelry. It's in our DNA. It's instinctive to us. So that's just like, that's describing us, how we roll. And with that, I'm going to drop that and I'm going to go to Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. And God ain't forgot about us, even though we forgot about him. Even though some of our people think that he's white. Even though we got all these Christian churches that don't keep this, they're teaching the laws are done away with. He still ain't forgot about us. That's a good father. But like any good father, we not doing right. We got to learn, and how do you teach your kids? If you keep telling them to do something, they keep doing the same thing, they're going to get punished. First, it might be a light punishment. Then it's going to get a little bit more severe because you're going to get tired of them doing the same thing. And eventually they'll learn. And that's what's going on with us. Because we got the best father. There's no better. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. We're the descendants of Jacob. And will yet choose Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and set them in their own land. Good night. Man, I'm looking forward to that. And the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. They're going to be joined with us, and they're going to be cleaving to us like, I want to be, I want to work for you. I want to work for you. I'll do anything. Just let me work for you. I used to be working for this company, and this cat, he's sitting there, he working, and he done clocked out. Oh, well, I got to get this work done. Yeah, they don't want to pay overtime. I'm like, oh, no, man, I can't do that because they got way more money than me. Not only that, they're making 10 times what I make off me every hour. So what sense do it make for me to work for free for somebody that's making, if I'm making $30 an hour, they're making $300 an hour off of me, and I'm gonna work for free? Now you got Donald Trump and Elon Musk. They don't even like to pay overtime. I wouldn't work for any company that they're affiliated with, because I like a little overtime. 10 hours a week overtime, hey, that's nice on the paycheck. Any more than that, I ain't trying to do. But I have worked way more than that because I'm under oppression. And you gotta work. You don't work, you don't eat. It goes with us being disobedient children to our Father. I'm gonna read that one more time. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Boy, that day I said, okay, yeah, man, I'm going to let you go out here and plow those 200 acres. Oh, thank you, boss. Thank you, boss. Thank you, boss. They're going to be happy. All right, I'm going to drop that. And I'm going to go to Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. A lot of people tired of Biden, 40 years inflation. He didn't reverse that law. He did that, incarcerated so many of our brothers and sisters that now that it is their people is going through it, is just a slap on the hand. Our people got felonies, affect them from getting housing, affected them from getting jobs. But now he considered that got considered a health hazard. What should be, I'm just going to keep it real. I'm so sick of hearing this America first and looking outside and seeing all these homeless people. When are they going to make America first? I don't see it. I didn't see it last time Trump was in office. I didn't see it when Obama was in office. I didn't see it when Bush Jr. was in office. You're not going to see it. They're talking about going over there and rebuilding the Gaza Strip. Well, let's start with the homeless here in this country. That should be declared a health hazard. Those people are living right now here in Portland. It's under 20 degrees. We're in the teens. And I seen an older Edomite gentleman in a wheelchair, homeless, in front of us an establishment setting fires in the middle of the street. And they came on the news and said it had to be a certain degree for them to open up the homeless shelters. Now, you know, if we were in charge, we'd have a van riding around. Nah, man, we ain't gonna let you just freeze and have to come out here and pick you up frozen like that, man. We not gonna do that. So these are problems that I see that are easily fixed. So this is just like, you know, hey, he's a showman. What better TV ratings? The Apprentice. You're fired. You know, it's just, to me, it's as the White House turns. All I see is the Willie Lynch letter on a bigger scale. The same thing they used on us, they're using on the masses. But the reason that the masses go for it is because they say they hate you. As long as the one that's saying they hate you, you know, yeah, all of them don't hate you. But as you see, the majority do. So that's Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. The world's in mourning right now. You look all around the world. Everywhere you see, America is looking more like India. We got a bunch of people over here with camps by the tent. Right here it's snowing. And there's people out there in tents. They're all along the freeways. And it's just a real cesspool of disease. And that's because a lot of these people get a disability check, but their disability check, they can't pay rent. They can't even buy a room with it. They can't even afford to get a room and pay monthly. I had a friend tell me that he got hired, he got a job, and he was making $20 an hour, and he was feeling, you know, good about that. And I said, you know, yeah, that's cool. I said, man, but damn, man, I remember making $20 an hour back in 1987. I said, you know, so me, it was like, wow, that's like, but there's jobs out there that are paying decent, but they're hard to find. Then they trick us into getting these educations to go to college, you know, and we get guided into a field that's overwhelmed. So it's real hard to get a job. And of course, they're going to hire their own first. And that's the problem. It's just simply, they're just hiring their own. You know, so we need to do our own thing. But this time we need to do it according to the scriptures, by the law, statutes, and commandments. And that will keep us safe. We can't be touched as long as we keep our laws. I'm in a majority Edomite neighborhood. All my neighbors know I'm an Israelite. I keep it separate. I'm peaceful. I speak. I'm cool. But no. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to follow the statutes, laws, and commandments because it's worked for me. I tried a different lifestyle, and it was just too chaotic. A lot of drama. A lot of issues. It wasn't even worth it. It was not profitable. Everything I gained in that lifestyle, I lost. everything that I've gained in my change when I came back to my culture, I've been able to keep. And and it just makes me feel a lot better. With that, I'm going to go to Maccabees, which is in the Apocrypha, chapter 1, verse 10. First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked root. Hold on, Salakia. Oh, yeah. And there came out of them, Salakia. First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Ephanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been an hostage at Rome. And he resigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. And in those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round and about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. Don't be a sellout. Look what these brothers did. They went down there with the Greeks and sold us out. And here we are today. You know, so the difference is we're in the time of revelation. So sellouts are getting exposed. You know, the daughters of Israel are not prostitutes. You're not supposed to sleep with a prostitute. You know, and what's going on is you're causing the Most High to turn his back on you. I had a sister and her daughter, baby, had got called upstairs with the father. And she asked me, why does he allow things like this to happen? And I let her know the Most High and Christ take no pleasure in none of that. But by us not keeping the statutes, laws, and commandments, he doesn't have this protection on you. So, you know, you're just out there at the whim and anything can happen. If you want to be protected, keep the statutes, laws, and commandments. And with that, I'm going to end this class. Shalom, Israel. Kwam Yasharallah. That means rise, Israel. Kwam Yasharallah.